So the original shop was opened in 1888, and these are the original shop fittings that have followed all the way through. So these were built in Bristol in 1888, and the old shop was fitted out with all the tea caddies and the tea bins.
Tea bins?
Yes.
Wow.
Because these are so large, if you have a look.
Massive.
Yeah. And they're full of tea. So we have, and some of these blends, like the Household, the English Breakfast, are historic brands, as are the Jane Austen, Russian Cava, the Governor's blend. This is a nice Assam and Darjeeling blend.
Governor's blend. Wow.
Yeah. So as you can see, full of tea.
Yeah.
And they're still used today, 130 years
Wow.
later.
It's never seen before like this.
And these, and we're lucky to still have them.
Yes.
We're really, really very lucky. But unfortunately, we don't have enough, so we keep a lot of tea in the drawers as well here behind.
Drawers. That's nice too. Wow.
Yeah. So we have drawers of tea.
Never seen. Is this like a common storage things for tea? Like a drawing
Yeah,
things?
because they're lined, so they're healthy. So these are all lined and lined, so these are healthy. I don't think it's a common thing. What we do is in a common.
Original?
It's original. It's not common.
But good idea.
Yeah,
actually.
it's traditional. We're a traditional tea merchant.
Yes.
If you go to Whittards, or they're not traditional anymore. They would have been. They would have been like this.
Yeah.
But then they, we're very traditional.
I really like
very
your
small.
idea,
Yeah.
keeping it like that,
This
selling
has
to
been like
customers
this
small
forever.
quantity.
This unit has followed the business round as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some old images which I could probably send you of the old tea shop like this, and and inside the shop, and if the history's there. We haven't changed. We haven't changed. We've just stayed the same. We've just kept it traditional, which is very unusual.
Because could you explain again that picture? Originally what street?
That's the original shop that was opened by Henry Gillard in 1888, and that's out on New Bond Street.
New Bond Street.
Yeah, so which is just at the bottom of Milsom Street in Bath, and they were there from 1888 till the 1960s, and then they moved location in the 1960s, and then in the 1980s they moved into the domed market.
Is this like originally market?
This is the oldest market in Bath. This has been here since I think the 14th century.
14th century?
It's been going for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. So then it's been developed. In Victorian times they added the dome.
Yes,
and,
I can imagine.
So this market's been here for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Wow.
So, and it used to be different. It used to have all cobbled stone floors. It used to be open. It was lots of butchers in here doing meat and vegetables. So, as the time's gone by, they put a roof over it, and it's turned into something slightly different. But it is still filled with independent market traders.
I love that. It's
so
really nice.
all these businesses are family owned, family run. And traditional independent little businesses.
So what did you say this one is the
So this is the old scales, yeah. So these are the old weighing scales where they would have weighed out all the tea.
Very old.
So it's very old. I still use this now, so when the tea's blended in the warehouse, come in
and
then I put it in there.
Wow.
And then I pour the tea in. So this is all the same equipment that they used 130 years ago. So
it's amazing.
It's been repaired a lot.
Good things.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. So, do you sell porcelain as well?
Yes. So what we do is we do lots of accessories to accompany the tea and the coffee. So we have tea strainers, teaspoons, teacups, teapots. And we also do stuff for coffee, but all the tea stuff, so that. We do the little tea caddies, the traditional tea caddies for people as well. So we just have those little accessories that, complement the tea.
Recently I started to use leaves tea, not tea bags anymore.
Yeah, good.
Many reasons, sustainability, yes. I don't want to have plastic from tea bags. And obviously no waste, if you buying, leaves tea. So that's very great.
All that stuff is admirable, but the reason that you shouldn't drink a tea bag is as a tea merchant, when we buy our tea, tea is sorted and graded.
Yeah.
And all the tea that ends up on the
I
floor,
heard of that story when I went to another company.
all that dust
Yeah.
goes into those tea bags. We wouldn't touch it. It's not, the quality's too poor.
That's dust, isn't it? I heard of that.
Yeah. So the tea quality in a tea bag is very poor.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually it's quite shocking, but
yeah,
you know, that's why it's so
that's
tiny
why
in
they
a tea
leave it-
bag.
Yeah, so
isn't
have a
it?
look at something like this. So the tea that we've used for the Lady Bridgerton is this Ceylon.
Yeah.
And if you have a look
Ceylon
at
tea.
this, look how large this leaf is. This is a
Yes,
huge leaf.
yes, it is.
Yeah. Now, when you think of a tea bag,
That's a
it's
dust, isn't it?
slightly different.
I know.
So this is a huge, I mean, these tea leaves are huge, and when they open out, they're massive. If you make your tea in a glass teapot, which is a really lovely way to make tea,
Okay.
then you can see the leaves unfurl, and they're huge. I mean, they're really huge. You open a tea bag, and it's
And
not
I
quite
went
the
to
same.
different tea merchant in north of England.
Yeah.
He explained many things. Do you know what? In tea bags, all dust.
It is tea bag, it's all dust.
Yeah.
It is. You know that as a tea merchant, but lots of people will come in and go, oh, I only drink tea bags, and I think, oh, you know, and they don't believe me, and I haven't got time to sit and explain it, and I think some people don't really want to know, but you know, it makes a big difference.
You know what? I started to have a nice cup of tea from January this year because
Yeah.
I started online lesson with
Yeah.
Mrs. Tanaka. And I started to have a nice cup of tea, nice tea from
Yeah.
individual tea merchant.
Yeah.
Tastes are totally different.
Oh, they're all
Flavor, taste,
Yeah.
and haven't got any strange taste after tasted tea.
Yeah.
If you buy really cheap tea,
If you buy really cheap tea, it's
Something-
full of it's the tannins.
Tannin, isn't
yeah.
it? Yes.
It's because the tea's so fine that you don't get the full flavour. It's broken. It's just dust.
that was tannin. That's
it's
what
the tannin.
strange really
It is where it leaves a sort
tinny,
of
like a-
yeah,
yeah,
it's,
flavour.
yeah.
Yes.
So that's because it's tea dust, and that's going to leave residue, and it leaves residue all in your cup, and it's just not pleasant. You know, it's not a pleasant cup of tea. If you use a proper quality loose leaf tea, the flavour is exceptional. It really is exceptional.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
completely different, and you can be drinking tea your whole life and you don't realise that you're drinking dreadful tea until you have a proper cup of tea, and then you go, wow, this is a whole new thing.
Yeah, I cannot go back to
Tea bag.
yeah.
No? Good.
Yeah.
Glad.
Well, thank you so
Converting
much.
one person at a time. That's the main thing. Is to get people to realise that
Yeah, but
you just don't have to be doing this. You don't have to be drinking poor quality tea.
well, strange enough, because quite a lot of Japanese people like nice quality of tea.
Yeah.
Because we used to nice green tea.
Yes,
That's
of
hand
course.
picking,
Yeah.
but nice great tea.
Yeah.
So that's why we appreciate nice cup of tea, not
Absolutely.
good quality
Yeah.
from this country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes with some of the green teas as well, if it's a superior quality, it can be infused more than once.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it may be more expensive, but actually, if you're getting more than one cup of tea from it, then actually it's not expensive. It turns out to be relatively
It's quite
cost effective, and you get a different cup on the second brew.
Actually, I like second brew one.
Yeah.
It'll be slightly milder.
It's slightly milder, and I prefer it as
Yeah.
well often. So that's an option. The first brew might be too strong, but then the second brew will be just perfect. So I think you do need to experiment. I mean, everybody's taste buds are different.
Yeah.
Everybody's taste is different. So you have to. There's no rules. There's no. You have to do this and you have to do that. For example, I don't have milk in my tea. Well, some British people turn around in horror.
They do.
Then say, "Oh gosh, I can't believe it." But you know what? That's what I prefer, and that's how I will drink my tea. But if you want to have a pint of milk and 15 sugars, then do it if you have to. But but we'll find the right tea for the person. We have that tea that works with that milk and that sugar, whereas we also have tea that works with no milk. So we do cater. We have, so for instance, this is what the English call the builder's tea.
Builder's tea. I heard of that.
So
But
this is Gildar's tea. Now, if you have a look at this leaf, it's so fine.
That's
And
Builder's tea is fine.
It's not dust like a tea bag, but this is Assam crushed, curled and torn. So this is our small, this is a very small
But
leaf.
you know, I really used to add some tea and really tiny.
And that's
Strong one with milk.
So you can have that with your milk and your
Yeah.
sugar. You'll be fine.
I know.
So we have got tea for everybody, you know. But you see the same Assam tea, the same region, but this is the golden, this is the fine tippy. And look how large the leaf is. That's
You know, I learned from Mr. Tanaka. This light, is this like new leaves? Like
it's the golden. It's called the golden flower. Yeah, that's the light. Yeah, it's all to do with the picking process and all to do with the fermenting process.
Flavor is really nice. I can smell something.
But an Assam tea, because that's the northern regions of India, that's a strong tea. That's a very
Right.
strong tea. Yeah.
So which type of tea is especially popular for British people? Your customer. Obviously,
Now-
your customer is more special, you know.
Yeah. Our biggest seller by a long way is the Earl Grey.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And that's because we hand blend the recipe, and then because we add the pure bergamot oil.
Oh, you told me.
Yeah.
That's really like a flavor.
Because lots of
perfume.
Tea blenders use
Earl Grey, ne?
artificial flavourings, and we don't. All ours is pure
It's
bergamot oil
a-
from Sicily.
It's
A
kind of
bergamot-
orange, isn't it? Tiny.
Like an orange lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bergamot is like an orange
It's
lemon.
really
It's
strong smell.
It's a very strong smell
Yeah.
because it's the pure oil that we
Wow.
use. So the tea is all blended in the warehouse, and then the oil is added, and then it's left to ferment for 48 hours before we sell it, so that the tea's been completely infused with the oil. Then we sell it.
You know what? I thought this is artificial
No.
flavor.
No. Well, it might be. It will be with
Shit.
lots of companies, but it won't be with us. That's probably why it's our most popular, because people appreciate that it
Yeah.
hasn't got those additives, and they can taste it. They taste that it hasn't got the additive. You know,
Yes.
if you have a good quality Earl Grey, and then you try some, a shop bought or whatever Earl Grey, then you can taste the quality. And this is by far our.
But also, I think British people like Earl Grey. You know that you have like a lady grey, some kind of a grey,
Yeah,
mini
we do.
grey.
Yeah, we have a lot of greys.
citrus
So we do.
flavor.
So we do this Earl Grey. We do the Empress of Peking. That's the Earl Grey, but we add more citrus. So we add more orange and lemon.
Empress?
Tea. Empress of Peking.
Peking.
Yeah, that's.
I should try.
Yeah, you should. You can have a smell of that.
Yes,
this
please.
is the same as the Earl Grey, but this has got more citrus in there. So it's got more lemon and orange peel.
Yes,
in
it's
there.
that kind of lemony
I'll
smell.
pour some in and you can really see it. Can you see the lemon and orange peel coming out there?
It is.
Yeah.
Is this lemon peel?
Yeah,
or
so there's lemon and
citrus
orange
piece?
peel in there.
Wow.
And then it gives a more, it has the Earl Grey, but it's slightly less intense than the pure Earl Grey. And then it has more of a citrus hit with the orange and the lemon peel.
Wow, that's.
Yeah, it smells lovely.
It smells slightly different to Earl Grey, obviously,
yes, it does,
is it?
because it's got this more of the citrus notes. When we use any of the Earl Greys, because the oil is so strong, we have to use a special funnel. We have to use a separate funnel because it would flavour the other
stains,
teas.
yes.
Yeah. So
Wow. Oh, thank you very much. It's very interesting.
yeah, there's a lot.
I
There's a
really
lot.
love to visit many individual tea merchants.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, you know, many
Because
stories.
there's a lot going on and people don't realise. They think, I think they think you just buy it and then I don't know what they think.
You know, appreciate all
I
the,
don't
you know,
think they
individuals.
understand the process that goes behind all this blend. You know, it's a lot of hard work. It's
Yeah, it
not, we
must
don't
be.
just go to a shop and say, buy. It's all weighed out. It's all mixed together. It's all, you know, and then it's all put in a special tub to ferment. You know, it's
Is it?
not. Yeah, it's
I
not.
didn't know that.
You don't just go, ta-da! Here's the tea. It's a lot of hard work.
I just wonder this one. Can you reach to the end
Yeah,
of the...
it is. Yeah, it
It's
is.
massive.
Yeah, so yeah, it is massive.
How
but
can
yeah,
you take it out?
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
a scop.
Yeah.
Scooping out.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's no problem. So I just
massive.
go in here and I get my scoop.
I like that.
Yeah.
Wow, because I'm quite short person, so I can't really reach it, obviously.
No, you can't get a job here.
No.
Do you know, we had a friend of mine worked here for a while just to help me out, and she's smaller than you. She couldn't do it. She couldn't reach the tins.
Okay,
she couldn't get the thing. She couldn't do it. So she said, I can't work.
I love it. It's
yeah.
a really nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
Really nice, this one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. Is there anything you need from us? I mean, do you need to, you know, you've taken your photos, you've got, is there anything else you need from us? I mean, you've had a chat with Scott.
Yeah, we did. Maybe probably I'm going to ask
I mean, you've got my
email.
email.
Yes.
Feel free to just email me